And here it is, Antweight competition. We are starting with the fight of Optimus versus Deer. Optimus is a hammer saw. I don't know if it's really a hammer saw in the Antweight category. It doesn't have the saw motion nor the hammer motion, but sure, it's a hammer saw. While Deer is horizontal spinner. And both weapons don't pack that much energy in them. Like, these robots are Antweight 1 pound, which is 453 grams, sort of. So it's around like the size of like the weight of the can of Coke, like the medium can of Coke. So yeah, these are rather small robots. But yeah, oh my god, we just saw when Optimus like it went into Deer, and the Deer's weapon exploded on us. So yeah, that's what it takes for this weight category. The robots have to be really streamlined and very optimized on the weight, just to be able to move and to have some kind of armor on top of them. But we can see like Optimus is definitely winning this fight. Deer destroyed its weapon on Optimus, and now Optimus is putting its hammer saw into the Deer insides, let's say, and yeah, it's not pretty on the Deer side, how it's looking right now. But yeah, good job on the Optimus side. Like, it's really hard to build a robot that not only moves, not only has an active weapon like in case of this Optimus bot, but also has this kind of arm that's moving up and down. That's something new what I see here when it comes to Antweight category. And yeah, we don't have that many of these bots. Like, usually Antweight category are robots are very like compressed, packed, and they don't have that many capabilities when it comes to their movement. Oh my god, and we just saw the pieces of Optimus going all around the arena. Its weapon got destroyed on Deer. So yeah, these weapons are more like sources of internal destruction rather than some kind of aggressive weapons that could hit the opponent. Like, in the case of this competition, we can see that weapon is actually some sort of detriment to the robot. And yeah, Optimus looks like it's being pieced together from many parts. And yeah, Optimus won that fight. And we're moving to the next one, Kula versus Sylvilagus palustris. Very complicated name. And Kula is this kind of rounded shape robot, sphere shape, while Sylvinagus is a drum spinner. And yeah, what can we see here? Like the sphere shape robot is definitely working towards being more on the defense side, and in my opinion it should be very aggressive, because obviously it won't get a lot of points for damage, and we already seen that Kula went into the weapon of Sylvilagus, and yeah, Kula was better in that contact. So Sylvilagus was actually a victim of its weapon. So Sylvilagus is keeping an eye on the center of the arena, while Kula is going around trying to hit it. But again, like, the weapon is just this kind of source of issues for Sylvilagus. That's very unfortunate to see. And it stopped moving, so we may have a knockout here, and Kula may be a winner. So yeah, that's it. That's the end of the fight, and Kula is the winner. And moving to the next fight, Shredder versus Valkyria. Both bots are drum spinners, vertical drum spinners, and unfortunately, as we can see, Shredder is fully metal bot, while Valkyria is fully plastic. So let's see who will win in this in this fight. But I've got my money on a bot that is built from some kind of aluminum and steel elements rather than plastic. So yeah, we'll see. You guys can bet me, but yeah, I would bet a lot of money on Shredder actually winning this fight easily because of the construction of it, right? So we usually do have a special category for like plastic robots, just because they are plastic and they can't really fight against this kind of robots that are just built from like tougher materials like steel, aluminium, sometimes titanium. In this case, Valkyria is trying to put the fight into Shredder, but it's not doing very good job of that. And we can already see some kind of nicks in the drum of Valkyria. Its weapon is being shredded by just touching the opponent. So yeah, but it's a pretty good fight. Like these robots, I believe Shredder lost traction for a moment. She lost some kind of one side of the drive. And right now it's spinning Valkyria to the side of the wall. That's definitely earning them some points. And the pilot is absolutely unaffected by that, so it will just wait there. And yeah, it has to move, and Valkyria is not moving. So is that the end of the fight? Will we see the countdown and the end of the fight? Yeah, that's it. Oh, we've got movement. We've got movement in the last second, but it wasn't enough, and Shredder won the previous fight. Now we are looking at the fight of Crazy Duck, or how to translate it better. Duck Rage versus 1 pounder with cheese. That would be the best English explanation. And 1 pounder with cheese has one of the most destructive weapon, in my opinion, in that competition of 1 pounders on Xchallenge, while this kind of duck robot is just the plastic bot. So the 1 pounder with cheese is like shredding through the duck robot, and I don't expect it to be fair fight. Although the duck robot is having this beak that is super cute and can hurt its opponent with this beak. So maybe something will happen that will turn the tables, but I don't think so. The duck right now is like a sitting duck, and the 1 pounder can shoot through that duck like crazy. So yeah, I don't think it will last longer. We'll see. Like I don't want to watch it. Like the duck robot is being obliterated, put into pieces. So oh my god! And right now, the whole chassis is destroyed. But 1 pounder had some kind of scary moment there, being on its side. It may not able to be moving if it lands on its side, which is very flat. So yeah, oh my god, and I don't want to look at that poor duck robot. Like it's spasming in the middle of the arena there, and yeah, I would call this fight. I think that's it for this fight. So yeah, that's it. That's the knockout shot. You don't have to do anything more than that. So definitely 1 pounder won this fight, and soon the judges will count it down. And yeah, that's it. crazy fight. And now we're moving to the second round. That's Optimus versus Kula versus this sphere shape robot. It's pretty interesting design because it's just the RC car packed into this kind of sphere shape object, and yeah, that's a really good idea for a very defensive robot in this weight category. So yeah, right now Optimus is in the corner and Kula is trying to put the fight into it, but it's really hard to steer this type of robot. Obviously, you don't see the direction that you are going. Like it's fully spherical, right? So you don't know where you're going really. It's a bit random. Not like I would say similar type of movement would be under the whole body spinners, but even like whole body spinners have this kind of usually this kind of arrow or like attachment that is showing where's the front and where's the back of the robot, while this spherical robot here, it can't have that, right? It's fully spherical. It should be like the same in all the directions. So yeah, it's really hard to probably steer it and learn how to drive it. That probably requires a lot of hours on the sticks. So yeah, Optimus is right now probably winning because it's bringing the fight. It has the active weapon that it's trying to poke its opponent, the sphere. So in my opinion, Optimus right now is slightly winning because of the aggression, because of the controlling of the fight. It's always in the center of the arena and chasing the spherical robot around. Yeah, and I forgot to mention, but the arena weapons aren't allowed in this category. Obviously, this kind of hammer would chew through these robots, like it would like flatten them to pieces. So yeah, the weapon system in the arena isn't allowed in the Ant category. But these robots, some of them have good ways of attacking on their own, and now we can see that Optimus' weapon is like it's dangling on its side. These robots are very delicate. It's still moving up and down, but dangling on the side of the Optimus robot. So yeah, unfortunately, Optimus robot just smashed itself into Kula way too many times. But it's still chasing. It still like has all this aggression and control. So even if it loses on the damage category, I think Optimus wins. And yeah, Optimus did win this fight. So now we can see some kind of close-ups on the robots. And again, Deer, after the previous failure of losing the horizontal spinner, now we can see fighting against Gyro Guardian, which is also fully plastic bot. So I expect nothing more than Deer chewing through Gyro Guardian here, and yeah, we'll see how it will go. But yeah, I don't expect it to be a fight from both sides. Yeah, already we can see that Gyro Guardian weapon is shredded. It's supposed to be this kind of screw type weapon that would bring the bot onto like on top of itself. But yeah, we can see right now that the Deer's weapon again got destroyed just by smashing it into the opponent's bot, while Gyro Guardian's weapon is still in some type of like it still resembles the weapon, right? And it's still moving. So if I was the judge right here, I would honestly put the damage points to Gyro Guardian. Like that's where I would place them. And when it comes to aggression and control, hard to say. Like these both are very similar to each other in these areas. When it comes to aggression, when it comes to control, maybe Gyro Guardian even a bit more control because it's more in the center, I don't know, and it's trying to push deer around. Hard to say. We'll see what judges will tell. But yeah, right now this fight is turned to like push bot competition. So which bot has more power to push the other around, and we can see that Gyro Guardian is winning it. I wasn't giving it much chances at the beginning, but hey, like who am I? An expert? Yes, probably not, right? So I wouldn't like to bet with anyone about the robot combat, because what do I know? Anyway, we can see that Gyro Guardian is still having some kind of upper hand, still pushing deer around, still having the weapon active. So we'll see. And only 30 seconds left to do something from the side of the deer. I believe that the deer robot is losing in this fight. So we'll see what deer will do. But right now, in my opinion, that's the fight that deer is losing all around. And we've got 13 seconds, and I don't think anything will change in these last few seconds of the fight, as both weapons aren't really doing much damage. So yeah, the fight is done. And what did judges say? That the Gyro Guardian is the winner. Yeah, so I was right about that. Originally I was wrong, but then I was right. So this is another example. Like in these competitions, we had a lot of more things to watch at, like the sumo robots, like the like line followers, all these different robots that were like grabbing something. So yeah, it was a very nice venue. But moving back to the fight, we've got Dayax versus Klakierek, and hard to say what Klakierek really is. Like it has this kind of two very small saws on its sides, but they don't do much, while Dayax is like sort of a horizontal spinner, but its horizontal weapon isn't too big as well. And we can see that its horizontal weapon is already being slightly destroyed, and Klakierek just lost one of its saws. So we'll see who will win. I don't think that's the end of the fight. I think they have few more hits to deliver from both sides. So let's see which weapon will make the most damage. What I think is like missing in this competition of like Polish bots, Polish Antweights, Polish even like these bigger bots in Xchallenge, is the speed. Like definitely these robots lack in the area of like control and speed, and like the international competitions that we see, usually the bots on the international arenas are way easier to control. Like if you can't control your robot, if your robot is that slow and moving randomly around the arena, what chances do you have to like deal any good damage or to defend, right? So weapons are great, right? But when we don't see this kind of speed, when we don't see a lot of traction, a lot of control in this bot's movement, then the fight is getting a bit more boring. It's moving towards like pushing to gaining the points through controlling the other bot. And we can see that Dayax has some issues. It can't really move other than like front and back in very small area. So will it be counted down? And probably it will. So yeah, we started the process of countdown. And yeah, what will happen next? So will it start moving, or will the judges stop the fight? It was a bit random when it comes to these rules on Xchallenge competition, but yeah, we'll see what will happen next. So will Dayax be counted out, or will it just lose by... Oh, and it was stuck in the hole of the arena where the weapon is for the bigger weight category. So yeah, that was the issue. And Dayax lost this fight to Dayax won this fight with Klakierek. So yeah, that was weird. And we are moving to the next fight, Shredder versus Xchallenge. So Shredder versus 1 pounder with cheese. And Shredder, this kind of drum spinner, while 1 pounder with cheese is a horizontal. We can see that 1 pounder is very aggressive. Like I like how it's actually that was my point from the previous fight, right? The 1 pounder, the horizontal spinner is moving very quickly around the arena. Like the driver really has its control over the boat. Like we can see it's sliding a bit, but still way more control than other boats. So it can go around other boats. Oh, and we had a huge hit because like 1 pounder hit the Shredder and just ricocheted through the arena. So yeah, the control is crucial part, I believe, in this kind of competitions. What does it matter if you have like the scariest, the biggest weapon, or like the best constructed boat if you can't really control it, if you don't know how to drive it, if you are inconsistent in your movement. So yeah, I like watching the 1 pounder fight here because definitely has a bit more traction than other robots. Maybe also it's the fault of the arena, like oh no, and that was the thing that I was talking you about earlier, that 1 pounder has these very straight sides and it can be stuck in this position. So will we see it being unstuck? Maybe if it turns down the weapon, and I don't know, I don't know. That's a weird movement, right? Yeah, I would probably try to power down the weapon to lose some kind of gyroscope. Oh, and yeah, that's a good move. Turning down the weapon totally and turning it on. This gyroscopic force straightened the robot. So yeah, that was a good idea. And we are continuing the fight. It's actually a pretty interesting fight. Like we are already like 20 seconds to go, and it was, in my opinion, pretty interesting so far to watch. So yeah, I like this fight, and both robots are very well matched. Like the Shredder's weapon is in similar level of danger as 1 pounder weapon. So yeah, both of these robots are doing the best to win on points. And 1 pounder is the winner by the judges. So yeah, that's our winner here. 1 pounder with cheese, Xchallenge. That's the winner. So these are our semi-finals. Whoever will win will get into the fight for first and second place, while the loser is fighting for the third place. And we've got the fight Optimus versus Gyro Guardian. In the previous round, I wasn't giving much chances to Gyro Guardian because it's fully plastic bot with the plastic weapon. So what can it do, right? So we can see that the weapon was fixed. It has a new rotor, and Optimus is trying to chew through the plastic, but it lost its weapon. So from now on, and we can see it on the replay, the weapon is totally lost. So from now on, Optimus has to control the fight, has to grab the Gyro Guardian and just toss it around the arena if he wants to win. So yeah, that's right now the fight to lose for Gyro Guardian after the Optimus weapon went down. And yeah, Optimus right now is doing exactly what I asked it for. So it's trying to grab the Gyro Guardian and push it around the arena. And we can also see some kind of damage on the Gyro Guardian from the weapon of Optimus. Again, it's fully plastic bot, and we can see it has some kinks in it already. So, and the lip of Optimus got got oh my god, there was so much to unpack there, because the leap of the Optimus went up, and that moved into the Gyro Guardian's weapon, which made the Gyro Guardian's weapon break on it, and right now we can see like the parts of the Gyro Guardian horizontal spinner all around the arena, and Gyro Guardian is throwing these pieces of itself all around the arena. That's what you have for the plastic robots. Unfortunately, that's why they should, in my opinion, fight in their own category. Even though this robot did very well in this competition, it got to the semifinals. So what do I know about that, right? So it's doing very well, but I believe Optimus right now is slightly winning. Although both bots right now seem not to have much control over what they are doing. Both bots are sort of without their weapon. Optimus only has like the half of the hammer saw, which is like the moving arm, but it doesn't have the rotor, while the half of the rotor on the Gyro Guardian is destroyed. And we're moving towards the end of this fight, so there will be definitely a judge's decision. And yeah, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're done. And yeah, by the judge's decision, Optimus is the winner of this fight, and we can see the replay of the weapon being destroyed here. So we've got another semi-final, Dayax versus Xchallenge, 1 pounder with cheese versus Dayax, both horizontal spinners, and we will see like right now 1 pounder with cheese isn't turning its weapon too often, only in some separate occasions. And oh, that was a huge hit from dealt by the 1 pounder. And we can see the speed, like the speed difference is big. Like 1 pounder can move around the arena freely. Yeah, it's a good fight, like 1 pounder trying to get the speed, start the weapon, and then hit into Dayax, but if it can't, it will just slam without the weapon turned on, because maybe the battery is not too big to... Oh my god, and that was a huge hit into Dayax. And that destroyed Dayax's weapon. Like, we only see a motor, but there is no weapon, and side of the Dayax is open, so yeah, I don't think it will take long time for Dayax to be fully gutted. Yeah, 1 pounder is chasing Dayax like crazy right now around the arena, trying to deal another shot, and yeah, it does. Oh, and we've got the end of the fight. Dayax decided to forfeit this fight. The team didn't want to get more damage on their bot. So we've got the fight for the 3rd place, Dayax versus Gyro Guardian. And Dayax's weapon is still very much broken. Like it looks broken. It looks like the rotor of the horizontal spinner is not in the place where it should be. The side of the robot is slightly damaged, but the matchup is very good for Dayax here. Yeah, it just absolutely destroyed the weapon on Gyro Guardian, because again, like, that's what you get for fighting a metal-based robot, like steel, aluminum-based robot, against the plastic robot. You can immediately see that the Gyro Guardian is already damaged heavily through its chassis, and Gyro Guardian obviously would like to turn it into like the pushing fight. Oh, and both robots just got pieced together. Oh no, that's not a good thing. So both robots right now are somewhat glued together to each other, and we'll probably need judges to undo that. Yep, there is definitely no movement here from both of the robots. Oh, and they just released themselves by themselves. And yeah, the Gyro Guardian is just pushing. That's the only chance it has to win this fight, while Dayax is trying to turn its back around and spin the weapon and hit on the side of the Gyro Guardian when it can. But Gyro Guardian is not giving it a space. There is no space to spin the weapon when the weapon is currently blocked by the opposing robot. What a good fight! Like we had pretty good beginning of the fight when Gyro Guardian absolutely disintegrated itself. So yeah, that was a nice piece of action here. But I believe Dayax will be a winner here because it dealt a bit more damage. Gyro Guardian wasn't strong enough to push Dayax that much around the arena. And I believe that's it. And we've got like 15 seconds. We'll see if the judges are on the same side as I was. So yeah, few seconds more. And the fight is done here. So yeah, what are the judges' decisions? Yeah, Dayax won this fight.
Okay, so you are going to the final of 1 pounders.
Yes.
And so what's the challenge of building like 1 pound bots? Obviously like weight, but
There's always a challenge with the budget of weight that you have. You cannot invest too much into weapon because then you don't have enough to have the steering to cope with. So you need to find a good balance. It's not modeling, trying and failing. I've been printing the main body like 5 times, trying to figure out how to do that. It also goes to all the tiny details, like to put the cables, make them short, nice and tidy, because then I know that things will not like wobble around and things wouldn't break. In general, everything was homemade except for the weapon. The weapon is the only thing that was laser cut. I don't have this at home, so that's the only thing that I had to rely on, provided externally. Other than that, 3D printed, cut from the aluminium, using like a typical saw, and testing and hoping for the best.
it looks very sturdy. Like
Yeah, it is sturdy. Of course, most of us are just watching BattleBots, the original BattleBots, and trying to copy the design. This is obviously Tombstone inspired. They know that Tombstone is great bot, so they invested a lot, and we try to like benefit from their experience.
right.
And we just had an interview with the 1 pounder with cheese from Xchallenge, which is coming into the final fight, and there was already a huge hit at the beginning of the fight. We just had to play you the replay of that. So that's the fight for the first place, and I believe both of these bots are like, they would be good on international competitions as well. Both of these bots are very well made, very sturdy. Optimus again, like, oh my god, this so in the last fight right now we can finally see that this so actually makes some type of damage. It's not just for, oh my god, and that was a huge rebound hit from 1 pounder. 1 pounder should have more hits like that, like direct hits or rebound hits on Optimus if it wants to win, because again, like, Optimus here is grabbing the opponent, doing what it should do, and Optimus is really aggressive in this fight. And both bots seem to be steering pretty well around the slippery floor of the arena. Oh, and and the leap of the Optimus is again like put upside. Like you can see on the front of Optimus, this kind of leap is put upside. So it's not great. Like it's losing its balance right now in the movement. So 1 pounder has a bit more chances, and we are like halfway of the fight. So we'll see. Like, but Optimus is really aggressive. It's a different bot than it was in the previous fight. It's like the owner probably was trying to to save its bot for the last fight, and yeah, that was a good job, and that was a huge hit from 1 pounder. Like, that was a big hit. We can see drivers trying to do their damage, and yeah, as we heard, it's really hard to build these bots. Like, pack all these electronics inside, all the engines, everything for radio connection, and have a chassis that weighs, all of it should weigh under 434 grams or something like that. Oh, and the weapon on Optimus just went totally down. So yeah, that's a good fight. That's a really good fight, and we'll see how it will go. But I believe like 1 pounder right now is winning this fight. It's obliterating Optimus bot, even though Optimus is very aggressive. I really like how it's fighting, and how active it is in this particular fight compared to the previous fights it was doing. So yeah, definitely it was saving the best for the last, and another huge direct hit, and that's it. And 1 pounder with cheese is the winner. We've got some replay of the biggest hits. These were some huge hits for the Antweight competition. So yeah, the best fight is the last fight here. And this is just some kind of build from the competition as well. Another types of robots. There were a lot of different robotic competitions there. So yeah, really nice venue, and I will be there next year for sure. That was it. Thanks guys, and hope you like the Thanks guys, that was it. Hope you like the event. Again, I will be there next year, but meantime we'll have a lot of different robots combat competitions on this channel. So please subscribe, give it a like if you enjoyed this video, and all of these fights will be available on a different channel as a separate fight, so you can just watch a single fight if you want to. Thanks to organizers, and yeah, see you next time.